the trio! So I'll edit 3 characters for sure.
Cartoons.
Welcome to 30 Weeks for 30 Years, everyone.
You're watching Exaba's Chernobyl.
To our 30 Weeks for 30 Years. So today we're going to take a look at the Disneycember of Luca. So anyways, enjoy. That's a week 28 in 2021. So wait till the end of the story, y'all. Very popular, huh?
The best word you can use to describe a movie is
Volume up!
Luca is friggin' delightful. I think everyone's made a comparison that this is kind of like a Studio Ghibli film.
I'm gonna be a sea monster once for all.
Neighbor Totoro. It takes place in the town Porto Rosso.
That was a good one.
I definitely This is a funny, charming,
that was an amazing one.
story that doesn't have quite as much.
Still getting lucky once for all.
See that as a plus. You don't always have to travel to the land of the dead. Sometimes just a little sea creature boy wanting to win a race is... Why did I say that?
Still off the hook, too.
Okay, the story
He's
centers
super
around
freak.
a little sea monster who lives underwater with his family, but has
Still
a
got a
yearning
good
for
one
a
once
human.
for all.
Right? Well, trust me when I say that's where the comparison to Little Mermaid ends, because this really takes on its
Whoa,
own identity.
dude.
So his
That's
family tells
just
him he's not allowed to go on dry land. He
unbelievable.
comes across another sea creature
Well,
named
you made it
Alberto,
super
who
quick.
knows that when
Once
they're
and
not
for
underwater,
all
they
now.
take on human form.
That's definitely
This
a year
already
once
is such a
ago.
unique idea. It reminds me a little bit of Gargoyles, how like when the sun is up they turn to stone and when it goes down they turn to real creatures. I really like fictional characters that once you do blank, it results in blank, if that makes sense. Like, it can't just shapeshift whenever it wants or has wings so it can fly. Like, something has to cause something else to happen. It makes the variety of problems and adventures they go on all the more unique. Luca forms a strong friendship with Alberto, who constantly acts like he knows all about the human world, but even he would admit out of nowhere, he
Man,
doesn't.
that thing is
He's obsessed with a
realistic.
certain device he sees called a Vespa. A scooter
Hey,
that, upon
what do you
perceiving it,
know?
He imagines can kind of fly. I
That's
love
definitely
this childlike
got
imagination and
off the
innocence.
hooks,
Later in the
too.
movie, Alberto tells him that the stars are actually
Still
little
can't wait
fish
to
in the
do
sky.
this.
So he imagines flying the Vespa
Oh,
up into the
still
night
got a lot
sky
of
where
fishes,
fish
though.
are
Look at those
swimming next to
fishes.
him. My
They'll
God,
go
this
get the
is so
fishes.
imaginative.
Who's getting ready for these
So when they get
fishes?
by winning this very bizarre race where you have to swim,
Ooh,
eat,
ooh,
and bike in that
wee.
order. They befriend a girl named Julia, who tried doing the race herself, but kept throwing it, resulting in maybe my favorite line in the movie.
When you quit in the middle of the race?
Whoa, Wanda.
Made me stop.
Still got it off the now.
While training for the race, they do meet a lot of the town locals. Julia's father and Kat, who are intimidating, but get on the soft side. An egotistical bully who always wins the race. His
Tails on this
henchmen, or
one.
hench boys, because
being
all bullies
annoying
have
now.
hench boys. And a town of oddballs that, quite frankly, don't like sea creatures. Oh, not that they're sure any exist, but they've heard stories and just assume they're bad. So while trying to win the race, they try not to out themselves, avoid Luca's parents who are searching for them, and maybe, just maybe, discover what they truly want and understand how to accept and be accepted. I'll be honest, when the movie started, I really didn't think it was going to be good. It opens with Luca as a fish shepherd, and the fish actually go bad.
Well, because I've got news for you.
This
Hey,
is some lame-ass
are
world
these
building,
cheap
man.
fish?
The parents are stereotypical.
I know the
dummies
fish go
that don't
bad,
want to
that
interact with anything
sound.
new, and yeah, you know what the lesson's gonna be. You
Very
should be allowed
awesome.
to interact with something new and different, and
How
oh,
many
man,
parents
just
on
move
this
on with it.
agree on
Very
this?
quickly, Luca gets to dry land, and almost
That's so
instantly,
boring, so
it
what's it?
becomes
For a
entertaining.
while.
Just watching him trying to learn
I
how
can't
to
try it
walk
on
as
my
opposed
own.
to swim is really
Get me off the
hilarious.
hooks,
And I love the way
too.
it's explained.
Point your feet to where you want to go, okay? And then you just catch yourself before you fall.
It's like as soon as these two polar opposite boys
Barely
get
wait to
together,
watch
the
that.
film comes alive. Which is so weird. You would think
That's
the
still
fantasy world
something now.
underwater would be more exciting and imaginative, but you can tell this movie's passion is really on dry land and showing off this unique town that is beautiful, but is not really grand. There's something really small and cozy about it, and it's really welcome. Luca and Alberto obviously are very weird, but everyone in the town is a little
Everything's
weird
a little bit
too. It kinda reminds me
weird.
of Third Rock, where it would get really old if it was just the aliens acting odd and the people
Still
going,
got
"What?
real
That's
life
odd."
world.
But no, it acknowledges that people are strange too, and that in many respects we're
Still
not
like
that different in
strangeness
our
in
oddities.
this one.
A large part of why this movie works is the acting. Everybody is so on point and so likable and brings such a unique energy. No two characters seem exactly alike, so they can work off each other really well. It reminds me of Simpsons or Parks and Rec. Like when something happens, I want to see every character's reaction to it.
Whoa,
David
dude!
Tremblay, who plays Luca,
I can't wait to
become
go on
such a
an
phenomenal
adventure
talent.
now.
Because I kind of made fun of him in one of these
There's
Smurfs
still
movies
got a
where,
lot
yeah,
of
he was
books
just a
in
little
this.
kid, and you can't expect him to really act that fantastic. He's just a little kid. But he's become one of the great child actors, and it really shines in this role. He is so timid, so afraid, but also so polite and so excited for what he's passionate about. I really like how what he's interested in kind of changes in this movie. Usually in films, a character wants something and they try to
that's
get it
real.
and they either do or they don't achieve it. But in this, he actually kind of changes
No,
his
that's
mind
only
and
a
goes
cost
after
in the
something
universe
else,
once and
kinda
for
pissing
days.
off his friend. That's interesting. It's not a major end of the world thing, but it's still something we all go through and can be done in a dramatic as well as fun way. Speaking of which, let's talk about that relationship between Luca and Alberto. There's been a lot of talk that this film is an allegory of being homosexual,
Hey!
or bi, or any kind of
Where
sexual
was it
identity.
happen once
and while I
ago?
guess Pixar said that wasn't the intent, for me, it's really hard not to
Still
see.
real,
I honestly
dudes.
thought everyone was going to be like, wow, they're
I
really
guess so,
putting it out
playing
there
on
and
that.
making this big leap and kind of spelling it out, but a good chunk of the people didn't see that. They just saw a little story about a kid who wanted this scooter. But that's what I really like about films like this. You can see it either way. You can look at X-Men as these mutants that are trying not to be persecuted against by humanity. But you can also connect it to race, sexuality, or just being anything
Still
different
getting
that
on a
people have been persecuted.
connection.
I really feel like that's a strong way to do a film like this. Everyone can
that
see
movie
it and
is
get something a
way
little
better.
different. And it can have different
Say it
meanings.
again, y'all.
So
Say it
yeah,
again.
whether you think there is an allegory,
Can't
or
wait to
there
do
isn't
that on
an
my
allegory,
own.
it works either way. I always say if there's a scene in a movie that makes me gasp, it's doing something right, because that's not something I do often in film. And there is a scene where one character, quote-unquote, outs another one. And it legit surprised me, and I felt the heartbreak over it.
Still off
But
the
at the
enemies
same
once
time, they don't
again.
give you a third act where the character just mopes and mopes and you know everything is going to be better. They
Wow,
legit talk
what a
about
good
it and they
fight,
try
though.
to figure it out. It still has
Still
everything
definitely
a
not
smaller
this
story
way
like this
on
would
that
have,
one.
But it focuses on what's the most interesting about it, and emotional, and funny, and it just
Still
really,
very
really works. I'm really hoping
humongous.
this film gains an audience similar
Still got
to
the
something
movies.
like Heat,
That's
Heat,
awesome.
Neighbor Totoro, because it really does deserve it. I really hope it doesn't get forgotten or cast aside because it wasn't as large as some of these other big bombastic animated films. Sometimes smaller is better and even more personal. So, if you're in the mood for something that has a little bit of a slow start, but really pays off in every way a family film should pay off, then dive right in and have a good time.
Well, I think that's it for now. Okay. So, see you next week, because next week is 2022. Bye.
Oh, it's over. Well, guys, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Well, that's it, folks. Bye-bye.
Well, that's it. Thanks for watching. Ahem.
Duncan, come on, please.
This song.
Yeah!